Hey guys, Amazing Ampharos here, picking back up with Final Fantasy IV The After Years, where I'm finally ready to delve into the depths. Now, the depths are the second half of the After Years final dungeon, and they follow a bit of a different formula. Instead of going a couple floors, fighting a new Final Fantasy IV boss and so on, you have several navigation floors, followed by a bunch of bosses on the same floor from some other Final Fantasy game. Like, first up, we're going to fight some Final Fantasy I bosses. That's actually pretty cool, but in terms of how it's going to affect the video series, it basically means that I'm going to be alternating between navigation and boss fights. This is a navigation thing, which, as you can see, my party's pretty much optimized for navigation. With the Protect Ring and Fire Scarf on, Edge is immune to every element in the game. And, well, better than immune, he absorbs them, actually. And with the God Hand and Fairy Claws equipped, Edge is so fast that the enemy can get no attacks in at all before I can use Smoke to escape, unless it's a surprise encounter, in which case they only get their initial series of attacks, and then I escape. So these navigation segments really pose no real threat to me at all, even though I would have extremely little chance of beating these enemies in a direct fight. If you're doing this without Edge, it gets a lot trickier. Sukanoa can kind of be a poor man's Edge, but if you don't have either of them, well, your L and R buttons are going to get a really good workout. You can also help yourself out a bit by using Warp to reduce the amount of distance you have to cover. Which, it doesn't make the biggest difference in the world, because again, as long as Edge has MP, I have nothing to fear. But it helps out a little, and it at least speeds up these more boring segments. You'll also begin to notice the equipment you start getting down here in the depths is really, really good. Like that cat ear hood I got, rather, for Forum is way better than the ribbon in defensive feature equipment. It of course doesn't have all the status immunity that the ribbon has, so the ribbon's not quite obsolete. But it just gives those raw stats that make the game so much easier. And there's a second Protect Ring, which is a very nice find. Between the Dragon Armor and the two Protect Rings I have, elemental attacks are highly negatable, which is very important to my success in this game, as a lot of the upcoming bosses are very big elemental threats. And speaking of awesome equipment, here's the Brave Suit, which is yet another thing for Edge. You'll notice Edge gets an awful lot of stuff early on. The thing with the Brave Suit is it gives way better stats than the Fire Scarf. It's really an awesome piece of equipment. But the Fire Scarf has that Fire Absorb property that the Brave Suit does not, so it's a trade-off. You'll see me jump back and forth between the two of them based on what I'm having to fight. And we still do have these scenes even down here in the depths. This one's a bit of brotherly love. If you allow Golbez to die, you're not getting anything here. But there's no new band associated with this one. Though Cecil and Golbez can actually do bands with each other by default. So that's pretty fun. I'm going to break segment here. The next one will be much more exciting as I begin to tackle a whole new set of 4 fiends. See you then.